So the question of the day is, will Superman actually be a success? Stick around. So in around 5.5 months, James Gunn's Superman film will finally hit the big screen. For those of you that are counting down the days on your official Superman Advent calendar, that's just 172 days. And for those of you that want to get really technical, that's 4,128 hours, give or take. There's been a lot of excitement generated over what is the first Superman film in 12 years since Man of Steel. There's also been a lot of negativity generated as well. The first teaser trailer for the film has been seen over 52 million times on YouTube alone. Add that to X, Instagram, and TikTok, and well, let's just say it's been viewed a lot and quite a lot. David Cornsweet seems to be a viable Superman for some, not so much for others. Much has been said about the bagginess of his uniform, his hair, and those big red underpants that he wears on the outside. Now the powers that be say that it's to make him seem, well, less intimidating to children. Okay, and a lot has been said about the fact that for a movie that James Gunn has said is not an ensemble story and will focus mainly on a trio of main characters, well, it has quite a lot of main characters in it. Supes, Lois, Perry, Jimmy, Crypto, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Ultraman the Engineer, Lex Luthor, Rick Flag Sr., Maxwell Lord, and now we have news that Supergirl will make her debut in the film as well. Not that having all these characters in the film is bad, mind you, but it isn't exactly what we were told. Superman needs to succeed, and succeed in a very big way. I'm not talking 600-700 million here, I'm talking somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 billion. And I'm not quite sure that it will hit that mark. Yes, the teaser trailer was okay. We got to see Supes flying into an updated guitar version of the original Superman score, and Supes spinning slowly, lifting off up into the air with Lois again. I mean, that's been done in every single Superman movie ever since, or ever made, I think. And well, the dog was cute, but let's face it, it's the first Superman trailer of any kind that we've seen since 2012, like I've said before. So of course people are going to get excited about it, and I have to admit I watched it a few times myself that first day. Maybe not once an hour for 20 days straight like those Hot Pocket eating, Mountain Dew chugging James Gunn Superman aficionados were once doing, but a few times, and that was it, and I haven't watched it since. There will be a new glimpse of the film on the day of the Super Bowl, according to Gunn, and I have to admit, well, I could care less, but I'm the minority here, because I'm sure thousands of people will be glued to the tube waiting to watch yet another glimpse of old Cornsweet and cute little Crypto in action. And so, with all this said, will James Gunn's Superman film be a hit? His three biggest films, of course, were the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. The first made $773 million, the second $869 million, and the third topped out at $837 million. Respectable numbers to be sure, but none of them made $1 billion. Now, does the film need to make $1 billion to be successful? No, of course not, but $1 billion at the box office seems to be the golden standard these days. And I'm thinking that Gunn's legions of fans are banking on the fact that it will hit that mark. And somehow I think Warner Brothers is doing the same. I mean, Batman vs. Superman made $874 million, more than any three of the Guardians films, and WB deemed it to be a failure. Yes, James Gunn has a lot of followers, and yes, there are a lot of Superman fans out there. But does that guarantee a huge box office at the end of the day? Things have been, well, kind of weird with WBDC lately. Take, for instance, the on-again, off-again, he said, then he said, back and forth Batman drama that's been going on between Gunn, Matt Reeves, and Andy Muschietti. First, Pattinson is sliding on over the DCU in an effort to merge the DCU with the already successful Matt Reeves' Elseworlds project. And then maybe he isn't. Then maybe we'll see. And now all of a sudden, James Gunn himself announces that all future Elseworlds projects will now receive its own animated intro outside from the current DC Studios intro. With that being said, does it sound like Matt Reeves' world is going to merge with the DCU? It sure as hell doesn't to me. Then there's Muschietti, who claims that Batman Brave and the Bold, a film that Gunn confirmed was being directed by Muschietti, is now in limbo and has been delayed to the point that he's taken on another project. Well, James Gunn says that it's not been delayed. So which is it? Muschietti claims that he hasn't even talked to Gunn in over a year. Then recently it came out that Warner Brothers fired Josh Goldstein, their worldwide marketing chief, who played a major role in the success of the Batman, Beetlejuice, Barbie, Wonka, Dune Part 2, Godzilla X Kong, just to name a few. WB claims that it's all part of a realigning of their business, and it could well be, but it seems like rather odd timing to say the least. But hey, who the hell am I? And so I ask you again, will Superman be a hit? And a huge hit at that. Will it hit that golden number of $1 billion, or will it come in somewhere between 700 and 800 million like Gunn's biggest success stories, those being the Guardians of the Galaxy films? And what if it doesn't hit the golden billion? What will Warner Brothers do then? A lot's riding on the success of this film and everything that comes after it. Will they cut back on Gunn and Safran's 10-year plan? Will they get more involved in the day-to-day production of the films like they did with Zack Snyder? If the movie hits $1 billion, then the sky is the limit for James Gunn. He will have free reign to do what he pleases, even more so than he already seems to. Now me, I'm not betting on the DC horse. Either way, it's too damn risky. There's way too many variables involved. So I will just wait around 5.5 months, 172 days, or 4,128 hours, whichever you prefer, to see how things pan out, because Gunn's DCU hasn't really proven anything to me as of yet. And no claiming that Creature Commandos was watched 22 million minutes in his first full week. That doesn't count. In fact, that's just dumb. Well, that's it for now, my friends. If you have any comments and or concerns about anything I've covered today, feel free to leave them in the section down below. And if you like the show, then hell, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless and socks.